Well, if you're going to have a knife that you're calling a survival knife, you've got to definitely be able to chop up meat and fish in my book, that's for sure. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to do base camp goat, and this is a shoulder, so going to debone this sucker. That's no problems so far. And despite being a biggish knife, well, it's not really that big at all. It looks big because of the handle. The blade is not that big, really. Now I'll show you something. If you don't have a saw with you, but you want to get everything, out and that, and you haven't got a pot big enough to put all this in, you can push cut with this, which is really good. That's why it's good to keep the tip sharp. You see this? You don't need, if you know what you're doing with your knife, you don't need a deboning knife. You see this here, and it'll just take that bit of meat out of there. It's that simple. And you can do the same thing here. You see that? And we'll do it along here too, along this bit. Look at that, perfect. Perfect. Take that out of there. Every bit of protein counts. And we'll do the same here too. Can take it right against this shoulder blade. So if you didn't have your hunting knife, you know, or a butcher's knife with you, I don't see why you can't butcher with this. Absolutely not. Extrema Ratio Selvans Expeditions. Pretty much taken all the meat, usable meat off that. We can boil this up and make a stock. So if we were really on an expedition, this is what you'd be doing. You wouldn't be wasting anything here. You'd be boiling this up to make a stock to make it really extra tasty. The food, I could take the rest of that tendon down here as well too, but we'll leave that in there. Alright, let's move on. So if you're in the tropics, you're going to be probably preparing tropical fruit and vegetables, you know, hard tuberous vegetables like this. So you need, the knife can't be too thick, otherwise you're not going to be able to go through it. Obviously a thinner bladed knife is going to be good, but then you can't do exactly everything with it as well too. You know, this one you can see I can still peel with it because it's not too thick. It's got a much higher saber grind, as I said earlier on, than the Ontos. So it's more suited for, you know, generalist outdoor tasks. I didn't have any problems deboning that leg of goat whatsoever. You know, and you've just got to be able to prepare food with a knife. It's as simple as that. So the key things that I see in something that people are calling survival knives are, you've got to be able to process meat without a doubt. You've got to be able to cut up fish without a doubt with it. You've got to be able to prepare vegetables. It's no good just being able to hack into tree trunks and bust wood open, because for sure it's going to do it. You know, I've even demonstrated it with much smaller knives. You can do it with smaller knives, you know, but whack it with a baton and go through all kind of tree trunks. But if you can't really do those other tasks, because at the end of the day you've got to feed yourself, right? You don't, you know, that's the whole point of it. And certainly, you know, I don't have any coconuts on me at the moment, but this would go through coconuts without any problems whatsoever. Now, it's not a machete, okay? It's not a hunting knife, it's not a fishing knife, it's not a butcher's knife. But clearly you can do those tasks with it. And yeah, it just looks big because it's got a bigger handle, but you know, the blade, as I said, you know, it's no bigger than a regular length-sized butcher's blade. So there you go, Extrema Ratio Selvans, really showing it, you know, preparing food with this, that you can definitely do those tasks with it, no problems. All right, Bush Camping Tools here. Thanks for watching.